Hello. I'm bored, so we're gonna do some internet-based content. This is tiermaker.com. It's where you put sort certain things into tiers and see if people agree with you. So here we go. This is a quick little amuse bouche to show how it works. This is every album by Cream, the band. Um, every official studio album, I should say. There are certain live albums. Um, However, we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the main four. So this is really simple because there are four, really easy. Um, for Fresh Cream, NSU, the song, I Feel Free, Sweet Wine, Dreaming, Spoonful, great. I would put this in B tier. I think that it's a great middle of the road album, which definitely shows the highlights of each uh, uh, members' prospective careers at that point. Next up is Disraeli Gears. I will put that in S tier. Sunshine of Your Love, Tales of Brave Ulysses, We're Going Wrong, um, Dance the Night Away, Blue Condition. In the deluxe edition, there's Lottie Mama, Weird of Hermiston, um, etc. So I would put that in an S tier. Strange Brew as well, also a great part of the album. Would highly recommend this album. I actually have it on my shelf. I own the record. Um, Wheels of Fire. I would put that in. So I go back and forth with Disraeli Gears and Wheels of Fire being my favorite album. I think that I would put it in A tier or low S tier. I think that it is an incredibly good album. Passing the Time, Pressed Rat and Warthog, Anyone for Tennis, Politician, White Room, great. Great song. I would put this in A tier, I believe. Then Goodbye by Cream. Oh, I should probably S tier, actually, I think, because on the album is the live version of Crossroads, which is very good. So I'll put it on S tier below Disraeli Gears. And then Goodbye Tour, I would put that at C tier, I think. It's good. It's fun. The three original songs that are on the album that aren't live versions of songs are good. Badge is great. It was written by Eric Clapton, and in the writing process, he was hanging out with the members of the Beatles and a very drunken member of the Beatles. I don't remember if it was Ringo or Harrison. He said, "You should put in a part about swans living in the park." And he was just like, "Yeah, all right, let's do that." Um, I really like doing that scrapyard thing. Um, and What a Bring Down is also good. However, I would still put it in C tier. I think that the rest of the album is good. However, it's more so sort of assorted pieces rather than one big coherent album. So this is my alignment chart. Um, yeah. All right. Let's go to the next one. This is reset. This is the Pink Floyd albums tier list. So here are all the Pink Floyd albums, and yeah, let's go through it. So this one, let's put the ones that I know the least later. Piper at the Gates of Dawn, S tier, very fun. I know that a lot of people like Pink Floyd for their later works, or I guess their mid work. With like The Wall and Dark Side of the Moon, and Shine On You Crazy Diamond. For me, I started with Wish You Were Here. Sorry, I started with Wish You Were Here, and then my friend recommended I go to Piper at the Gates of Dawn, and for me, I think that is really, really good. I think it's very playful. It's following in line with the naming scheme for the album. It was named after a chapter in a book that band leader Syd Barrett read as a child. So a lot of the songs here are very childish and very playful. They have a lot of psychedelic influence, a lot of breakdown sections with a lot of just crazy instrumentals, crazy sounds, really fun, and very sort of indicative of what it feels like as a kid to be experiencing a lot of emotion at once and like running around and having fun. And even work that was earlier than this, See Emily Play, which is not on this album, is very good and also very fun. And I would highly recommend that. Okay, next is Saucerful of Secrets. I would put that S tier as well. I really enjoy it. It's got some live stuff. Wait a second. No, it doesn't. That's Umaguma. I forgot. Umaguma has live stuff from Saucerful of Secrets. Saucerful of Secrets is an album in which Pink Floyd was in a transition point. Syd Barrett was going through deep mental issues, and at a certain point in the middle of recording this album, Syd was ousted from the group. That doesn't mean that Syd's influence wasn't there. The song Jug Band Blues at the end of the album is written by Syd, and is highly thought to be a song about his feeling of alienation through the process of stardom with his band, and his mental illness is taking its toll on him. And it's very good. I really enjoy it. I like Let There Be More Light. Very fun. It's the first sort of example of the Sorry about that. I lost my train of thought. It is very good. Let There Be More Light. Very good. There's also Saucerful of Secrets, the title track. Very good. It's very, very good to just sit and listen to and jam to. There's Corporal Clegg, which does not get as much recognition as I believe it should. The chorus sections are immaculate. The harmonies are great, and I just really enjoy it. It's very playful. It's got that early Pink Floyd charm while also being a little bit more serious about, like war scenarios. And I just really enjoy it. Next is Umaguma. I will put that in B tier. I think that it is good. It's got live sections at the beginning of the album, and then the rest of it is original stuff. I personally am not a fan of the original stuff on the album. Yeah. Let's see. This is Metal. I will put that in A tier. I believe it's very, very good. I really like the long sections. I like, I think that Echoes is very good, and that's pretty much what Metal is mostly known for. Metal is just, Echoes, is just very, very good. And so is the entire first section. It's actually a two-part record. On the first half is a bunch of songs, and then on the second part is just a single 14-minute long song called Echoes. It's very, very good. And little known fact, Andrew Lloyd Webber pretty much stole the main riff from Echoes for Phantom of the Opera's theme song. Okay, here we go. This is Animals. I'd say I put that higher than Umaguma, but in B tier. I think it's good. These sections here are a little more extraneous stuff that I'm not super, super well known with. I do need to listen to these more. I don't really get my opinion on things until I listen to it a bunch. Um, so I'm not going to give you like the best recommendations for these albums, and I apologize. Um, I'd say right there for this one. It's a bit better than Umaguma, but not as good as Animals. This one, More, is basically a music track to a movie. Um, I'd put it in C tier. I like one of the songs. um, but outside of that, it's not my thing. The Division Bell, I'll put that above More, but I'd say there's a definite like change from here to here. This one is a tribute, basically to one of the band members. So I would say I'm not a huge fan of it. I wouldn't say it's better than More. I apologize. The Final Cut. Lower than Umaguma. I'm sorry. Obscured by Clouds. I'm not super knowledgeable about this one. I'd say a bit better than this one. Then there's The Wall. I'd put that in A tier. I just prefer Metal over The Wall. And I know it's hair, so this is the thing, right? I listen to The Wall often while playing games, and the same with Dark Side of the Moon. However, I kind of like Metal more. I do, and it's a little hard to feel that way. Also, fun fact: Metal is just the album art of Metal is the inside of an ear, upside down. Anyway, I just like Metal a bit better. Shine On You Crazy Diamond, Wish You Were Here. I'd say that's S tier. Maybe better than Saucer Full of Secrets. Kind of a hot take. Then Dark Side of the Moon, S tier, above Saucerful. There we go. That's my Pink Floyd list. Okay, you know what? There we go. That's my Pink Floyd list. Please no bully. This is a Black Sabbath album tier list. So yeah, let's go for it. I think that Black Sabbath 1 S tier, very good, very very good. The title song is very good. I just love that there's the song Black Sabbath on the album Black Sabbath by the band Black Sabbath. It makes me happy. I think that the title song is really good. The Wizard's great. NIB, and basically the little wah pedaled bass riff that leads into NIB is great. And one of my favorite songs of all time, The Warning, is on there, and it makes me really happy. Coincidentally, critics, when this album came out, really hit hard on Black Sabbath as a sort of cream copy that is just kind of heavier. And I don't really get that with the music. The only one that I can see as sort of Cream-esque with sort of improv is The Warning, and I think that The Warning is really good. Paranoid, I'd say S tier. It's really good. I think that Electric Funeral, Hand of Doom, War Pigs, Rat Salad. I think that the entire discography. The entire track list is great. Planet Caravan, even as like a sort of softer song, is still very, very delicate and works really well, and I really like it. There's no real song that I can find that sounds like Planet Caravan, and it's interesting to me. Master of Reality, I would put that in A tier. I think Sweet Leaf works great. I think that Children of the Grave is great. I think Into the Void is awesome. It's like brooding. It's powerful. It's great. Lord of this World is also very good. I would put this at a solid A. Black Sabbath Volume 4 is a little bit hard to place, and I will tell you why. I think Snowblind brings it up a tier. Snowblind, absolute fucking banger. Wheels of Confusion, also good. St. Vitus Dance, I would say that's a good song. I know that some people think that it's sort of like a bit more of a dancey song, but I think it's great. So for me, I would say that Volume 4 is up there, like really high. I'm not sure if it's above, below, or an S tier. I'm going to put it higher than Master of Reality. I think that these two are in good contention for the A tier. All right, which album is next? I believe it is Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath. I'm putting this here to think. This is not. I'm not putting it in B tier. Don't worry. I think that it is low S tier. I think that Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath, A National Acrobat, The Spiral Architect, Am I Going Insane? I think that's the wrong album. But Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath, the track list is great. Fluff on it is also extremely good. A lot of the really quiet, more, delicate songs on Black Sabbath's albums are very good. For Volume 4, there's Laguna Sunrise. For Master of Reality, there's Embryo, and Solitude. Volume 4 has Changes, which doesn't really work for me, but I will say I still enjoy it when it comes on. I do not want to skip it. So I'm going to put Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath, low S tier. Okay. Sabotage? Low A tier. I really like Megalomania. I like The Writ. I like Hole in the Sky. I love Don't Start Too Late. This is really hard because, all right, mid A tier. I think that it's better than Master of Reality, worse than Volume 4. Really hot takes right now. Next up is Never Say Die. I think that Never Say Die, I used to think it was awful, but now I've come around. I think it's high B tier. I think that, I think it's just okay. You know what? I'll put it in C tier. Technical Ecstasy, B tier. I used to hate this one even worse than Never Say Die, but I think that this is better. I like a lot of the songs, actually. And I think it's a rather enjoyable album. Yes. Okay. Next album is Neon Nights. Or not Neon Nights, Heaven and Hell. Why? Because the first song on the album is Neon Nights. I'm going to put that in S tier. I think that is one of the most important revitalizations in music history. I think that it is a landmark achievement in what Tony Iommi could do with his music, because sort of what happened with Ozzy was it was sort of simplified so that Ozzy could put his vocals into it and whatnot. It was sort of born out of necessity. However, with Heaven and Hell, they were allowed to do a lot more intricate, a lot more beautiful melodic songs. And it really paid off in a big way. It completely rebirthed Black Sabbath. Everybody loved it. There are still Ozzy Osbourne fans. I used to be one of those where I was like, this isn't Ozzy. Go fuck yourself, Dio. But I think that it is an extremely important part of music history. And I would say that it's low S tier. Yeah. Mob Rules, low A tier. I think that Voodoo, Sign of the Southern Cross, Mob Rules to a certain extent. I'm not a huge fan of the title song, but I would say that I like it more than some of the other stuff on the album. But Voodoo, Sign of the Southern Cross, Mob Rules, pretty decent bangers. Definitely listenable. And I wouldn't complain having this be the only album I can listen to for, a couple of hours. Okay, so what's next? I believe it's Born Again, with Ian Gillan, I think, from Deep Purple. I put that B tier. Trashed, is an absolute banger. It's unironically extremely good. Disturbing the Priest isn't too good. Zero the Hero, not incredible. I might move this depending on the rest of the opinions. But yeah, I think that this is an enjoyable album as long as you enjoy, I guess more. How do I say this without sounding like a Puritan? I think that this is enjoyable as long as you're not expecting the average Black Sabbath discography. If you're used to like Paranoid and Master of Reality, going into Born Again would be a bit of a culture shock, I suppose. It's different. It's a lot more thrashy, and it's a bit less coherent, I suppose. Okay. This one, I forgot its name. It has somebody else as the singer, and it's really good. I would put this above Mob Rules. Honestly, I think that this is a quiet banger. It's a deep cut. I think that the Shining, the opening song on the album, is an extreme banger. I think that The Ancient Warrior is great. And I just find Hard Life to Love a great song as well. I find that I like this album a lot. I'm gonna be honest with you. I use Tidal for my music, and most of these are not on Tidal. Like, from here on, I just cannot find it, so we're just gonna pretend that these don't exist. Like Celtic Cross or whatever this is, tier, that one and this one, I don't have access to these. So we're just gonna make a new tier real quick. Add a row. Okay. No. Okay. Oops. Okay, we're gonna delete this one. Okay, this is the don't know row. Okay, third star. low C. It's okay. It's definitely not a Black Sabbath album. It was pretty much only given the Black Sabbath title because they were scared that Tony Iommi wouldn't get as much purchases. It was basically a Tony Iommi solo effort. Tony Iommi being the guitarist from Black Sabbath, and the studio pressured him to put Black Sabbath on the name. As such, there are a lot of different singers and other bandmates throughout each song. Ian Gillan from Deep Purple makes an appearance again. So it's an interesting thing to look at if you like, you know, little deep cuts or looking at what band members have done since they were in a certain band that you like. But overall, I would not say it's required reading. Dehumanizer, I'd say it's C tier. I believe that it was with both this one and this one. These both had originally a different singer singing it than what was on the album that came out. I believe for this one, there was a different singer, and then Dio came back. And it was a huge deal, and Dio sang basically over the other person. The recorded singing track was replaced. And as such, it doesn't feel like a Dio album. It feels different. It has a definite different feel. And I'm not a huge fan of it. Black Sabbath's 13. I'd put it above Born Again. I'd put it above Technical Ecstasy. I think that it's good. It definitely feels like original Black Sabbath from the first, second, third, fourth albums. Maybe first, second, and third more so. It's brooding. It's not hugely fast. It's heavy, but it is, an album that is trying to rekindle the flames of something that had been gone for a while. So it's more so of a tribute than a real album, I suppose, or it comes off a bit that way. The riffs aren't quite as amazing as like the earlier work, and Ozzy's voice, while fitting for his age, his Parkinson's diagnosis certainly, and I have had a grandfather with Parkinson's, and the way that like it affects your voice is crazy. I don't know how Ozzy manages to sound impactful while singing. I just don't think that it is as great as these over here. Maybe low A, high B. So we'll just go with a low A. So this is Heaven and Hell, the band, with I think Vinny Appice, Geezer Butler, Tony Iommi, and Dio. This isn't technically a Black Sabbath album, however, it's basically a reformation of the Black Sabbath era with Dio. I think that the songs are okay. I would put this mid B tier. I think that Dio had obviously aged, and his vocal range wasn't quite as robust and like graceful as it was when he was younger. However, I think it's still a quite enjoyable album. Yeah, that's my Black Sabbath tier list. Yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap up for now. I do have to eat. I hope you all have a great day, and let me know what you think in the comments. Yeah, see ya.